is done. And my opinion, I'm going to Real Madrid. I mean, I'm going to be honest here. I really do not like Real Madrid. I do not like the club. Dare I say I probably hate the club. But however, I have to respect Real Madrid as an institution. Arguably over the course of football and footballing history, they are probably the biggest club in the entire history of football, certainly the most successful club on the European stage, even in Spain as well. And so I personally, I guess I wish Mbappe the best. If it is indeed Real Madrid he goes to, I wish him the best personally at Real Madrid. I hope he scores hat-tricks every single game, and I hope Real Madrid lose 4-3 anyways, all right? I hope he goes and gets the 𝙀𝙊𝘆𝘶𝑖, the Ballon d'Or, everything, and that they still get relegated, all right? For me, I hope that individually, wish him all the best. Despite all the things I may have with him at PSG, I still need him in good spirits for the French national team, and I'm not gonna go, discredit everything and all the great stuff that he's done for the club. A lot of PSG fans will go and say, "Oh, we gave him everything, this, that, and the other, and look what he's done." I mean, it's like, at the same time too, you could also argue that there's been cases where like Mbappe was more than justified to leaving leaving the club. If Mbappe left in 2022 after being really the only player there that actually played and did something in that tie against Real Madrid, at that point, like, I think most PSG fans had accepted, like, if he leaves, you can't really hold it against him. And any PSG fan who say that, no, like, he can't, no. I think at that point, he was more than justified of leaving. And despite that, he decided to stay. Granted, now, what were his intentions? Were those intentions all because of out of the kindness of his own heart and the love for PSG? I don't think so. I think saying that is also disingenuous. I think the monetary aspect of that was huge. It was a contract that, at least very well so, will not be seen in football in a while. And so, as a footballer, take that year, he gets to have for an extra 2 years at the club, touch ungodly amounts of money. I think any reasonable person would have taken that offer. But I do also think that he did genuinely want to try this new era PSG and so on and so forth. And most likely got disinterested in it fairly quickly. And even despite all those things, I'm not saying that what he did is good. I'm not accepting. I'm saying that he's done. There's a lot of things that I don't. He said. I don't like oftentimes the fact that he doesn't take personal accountability of his performances at times, and is very quick to, I guess, give excuses for the performances of the club overall, and saying that it's just the team. That's just how it is. I think especially now, given his position at the club and his position over the last couple of years now, I think he hasn't done enough as the leader of the team, even if he hasn't been captain all the time, to go and to put the club in a good light. The biggest one for me that comes to my mind is what he said last season in the Champions League, going into it before, how this is our team now and we'll see our level go as far as we can. And then when we do get eliminated, he says, this is our level. This is the best that we could muster. And that Bayern, I don't like that aspect of it. I think if you are going to go and you're a bit mad and so on and so forth, I think you go and you say that, we just weren't good enough today, that Bayern were the better team today, that I didn't have so on and so forth. But the fact that you go and you say that was our level and sort of like that and blasting it and sort of making it seem like, it's all on them. I did my part. Maybe, yes, that was the case probably for France at the World Cup, but certainly for PSG, like he didn't have the greatest game in particular in that second leg. And so I think sometimes his dodging of responsibilities irks me certainly the wrong way. But I'm not going to go and, despite all his flaws, and trust me, he's got many, I can't then go and use those and discount everything that he's done for the club. He's been monumental, and not only marketing wise for the club, but also on a sporting level. Was a part of the squad of players that brought us to our first ever Champions League final, brought us to back-to-back semifinals, and that second season in particular was instrumental in getting us there. And so, as they say, give unto Caesar what is Caesar, I have to give him his respects that he is due. And so, I hope, I think that says the broad, very broad, or I guess as detailed, in-depth analysis of how I feel personally on the whole Mbappe situation, Mbappe leaving the club. I guess to wrap up everything, I'd say it hurts. It's a bit bizarre, and in particular the fact that this season, it truly is his team. He had Neymar leave, he had Messi leave, he had Verratti or gone. Now, to what extent he had a hand in that, who knows? I guess we'll never truly know. But the point is that this year in particular, he was the main man. He was that guy. There was no Messi. There was no sharing of the spotlight. He was the main guy. And for him to, in a sense, abandon ship like that and to leave at sort of as we're going to this high now is a bit like you've got now everything you want. And now as soon as we get that, now is when you decide to leave. I guess rubs me the wrong way. But then again, I guess you could argue also that we did have the 2 seasons prior to that where he tried it and it didn't work out. So I can see, I understand perhaps his point. I still think he's wrong.